Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shelly. I am certain that this video will make you good at sales, and I'm going to run you through my 3-step process to get good at sales. And this is coming from someone who has sold over $5 million worth of products for other coaching companies, and then have also coached nearly 100 women to get into sales and to make money online. But before we get into it, why do you even need to get good at sales? Well, if you think about it, sales in itself is everywhere. Every single business on this planet needs sales and needs sales reps to make money. So you can be the person to unlock someone's success to make them more money, which will, as a byproduct, make you more money. So if you think about it, sales is probably one of, well, not probably, definitely one of the most highest ROI ways that you can actually make money, and make money pretty quickly in large amounts if you have the skill set. And let me preface, if you have the skill set. I am never ever going to advocate on this channel that you can just make quick money in the click of the fingers. Obviously, it takes time to build your skill set. But once you have that and you have the key components needed and you are very good at sales, trust me when I say the world is your oyster, and you are going to be making a lot more money than if you would starting a business and balancing all the other hats. If you get good at one thing and one thing only, which is a skill that everybody needs, you can unlock a lot of success for yourself. So let's get into it. Number one, and the first thing you need to do to get good at sales, is to understand why people buy and why and how they make their decisions. This is very, very important. There's a couple books I would recommend, which would be one, Persuasion by Cialdini, and the other one is Never Split the Difference. If you're into reading, they're a great way to start understanding sales psychology. Because before I started sales, honestly, I just thought people bought because they wanted to buy something. But then when I think about and I thought about my personal sales decisions or things that I have bought and the psychology behind that, I was always buying from emotion, buying perhaps to fill a void, or because I believed that product or that piece of clothing, or I don't know, that piece of makeup would make me better or would improve me in a way. And that is why people buy. But at the end of the day, we need to understand why they're going to buy from you, because it's all well and good understanding why someone buys, but if you can't then get them to buy from you, you're not going to make any money. And we've all been there. We've all had the super annoying sales rep who's super sleazy, who tries to sell you everything under the sun. I actually had an experience not too long ago at a beauty counter in a department store when I asked the sales rep for advice. I wanted to buy some more makeup. I'd never shopped from that brand before. And I asked the lady to give her recommendations. But I used very open language. I didn't tell her what I wanted or what I didn't want, because I've played that game before. I know they always try and sell you. And she did just that. Everything that I said that I was neutral about, that I said I possibly wanted, she told me that I needed. And instead of just really helping me make a decision based off my skin and what I needed, she told me I needed everything. Everything I pointed at, I had to buy. And instead, I would have actually bought quite a lot from her. I was in the mood where I wanted to, buy quite a lot of makeup and try out new things, but I was completely turned off by the idea, because she was pushing the idea that I needed to buy everything because she was trying to sell me. She didn't care about what I actually needed. We've all been there. We've all had it. Nobody wants to be that type of sales rep, compared to the sales rep who really listens to you, who really understands your needs, who can say, actually, you could buy this, but save your money. You don't need to buy that. You can buy this instead, and this will do just as good of a job. And we buy from that person because we feel safe and we trust them. And it's about really understanding the psychology of that, understanding why someone buys and then why they want to buy from you. So you can do a lot of research from reading. You can, go on YouTube, understand psychology, sales psychology, buyer's mindset. And that would be my recommendation if you're in sales or if you're looking to get into sales, how you can really see better success, honestly, by really looking into that, researching that first. It will really set you up for success, honestly, and really help with your personal development to understand a prospect and then also the prospect's safety, really, because it's all important. It's so important. We know that for someone to buy from us, they have to like us and they have to trust us. And if we don't have those two things, well, it's kind of game over. Number 2, you need to study, practice, and analyze. Sales is like going to the gym. You can't just watch, let's say, videos of someone going to the gym or your favorite influencer's workout plan, and that is going to be enough for you to have their physique or have their stamina levels. Not at all. You have to put that into practice. So first, you have to study. You have to learn the skill. You have to really understand the ins and outs of sales, of objection handling, of discovery phase, of building trust, of taking the prospect from a closed mindset to a buyer's mindset. You have to study. Number 2 is you have to practice. It's all well and good studying if you're not going to implement it. Practicing is role plays and call reviews. The best sales reps in this industry never ever stop practicing. Regular role plays, regular call reviews. When I was closing full time, I would review my calls every single week. And in my first 6 months of the industry, I would review my calls every single day. I urge the girls in my program to do this consistently, pairing this with role plays, because role plays is going to give you that skill set. It's going to allow you to put what you've studied into practice and actually try it out, because it's always going to be different from what happens on paper to what happens in a real life scenario. It's like a boxer. A boxer can prepare for a fight, but nothing can prepare them more than being in the ring and fighting. And yes, sales is not a fight by any means. That's quite a bad analogy from me. But it's about practicing and then putting that practice into real life and actually trying the scenarios instead of just writing them down and studying them. And then analysis is the call review. They kind of go hand in hand. It's speaking with your trainer. It's watching your own calls back. It's asking your manager questions. It is so, so important to never stop wanting to learn and never stop wanting to better yourself. And number 3, it's finding the right mentor that you trust, that has the knowledge, that has the experience for you to replicate. This is why all the best athletes, all the best musicians, they have coaches. They're learning from the person who's been there and done it, who's done the trials and tribulations so you can skip it, who has made the mistakes so you don't have to make them, has walked the path so they can create you a proven blueprint so you're not trying to navigate this industry alone. Anything you do for the first time is always going to be scary. And anything you're learning, like a skill, especially sales, which is a very high leverage skill, but there's a lot of complication involved. There's a lot of nitty gritty. There's a lot to really break down and learn. Learning that directly from someone who's done it will massively, massively help you bypass the problems, bypass the highs, well, the lows really, not the highs, the lows, and help you get to the highs much quicker, which is why it is super important to learn from someone you can trust. And I say this to everyone, it's taking your time to find that person, because if you're going to be learning directly from someone, then you want to believe in them. You want to trust them that they are actually going to take you there. And that would be my 3-step process to make you good at sales. Remember, guys, this does not happen overnight. This isn't a get-rich-quick career. This is a career. I have so many women in my program that are quitting their corporate jobs to pursue high-ticket sales full-time. They're stepping away from six-figure salaries to be able to create six-figure salaries in a remote industry. So this is a career. So contrary to what's said online with kind of making money on the beach, there is a lot of skill involved. Yes, you don't need to go to university to get a degree by any means, but you do need to be able to invest in your skill set and your education to actually have the opportunity to be able to work for these big companies that are going to pay you the money that you want to make. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I hope that video helps and gives you an insight into my opinion and my 3-step process that can really help you get into sales and really help improve your skill. As always, there's going to be a link in my bio if you're a woman who wants to get into sales, or if you are already in sales and you want to take your career to the next level. You can click on the link, you can book a call with myself personally, we can have a chat, get to know each other and see if I can help you on your journey. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.